What is up, everyone? My name is Jack Southall, back again with another video, and today I'm here with my New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 13 review, and I'll also be talking about the fallout that happened at New Year's Dash the very next night. And yeah, I have to say, man, this show was fucking awesome. I really enjoyed it. It was a solid 4 hours, and I think last year was like 5 hours or something like that. But this year was like 4 hours long. It was definitely a lot. The matches felt a lot quicker on this show, which I actually liked because the matches on Wrestle Kingdom 12 were like pretty long. Like even the shorter matches were kind of long. But yeah, it's just everything was felt a lot quicker, but it was good as well. You know, not every Wrestle Kingdom has to have 45-minute matches and stuff like that. Although, like, the longest match on the show was, I believe, like 38 minutes or something like that. But yeah, we're just going to get right into the show. There was a match on the pre-show. I believe it was the Gauntlet match to determine the #1 contenders for the Never Openweight six-man tag team titles. It was won by the most violent players, which is made up of Togi Makabe and Toriano, and also Ryusuke Taguchi, who defeated Yuji Nagata, Jeff Cobb, and David Finlay. The Chaos's group of Hirokii, Goto, Beretta, and Chuckie T, Suzuki-Guns, Minoru Suzuki, Lance Archer, and Davey Boy Smith Jr., and the Elites, Hangman Page, Yujiro, Takahashi, and Marty Scurll. I didn't see that match, unfortunately, but yeah, the most violent players got the win in that one. But yeah, which was fine with, I guess. But they spoilers for New Year's Dash if anyone hasn't seen it yet. But they did lose their match to the Gorillas of Destiny and Taiji Ishimori, and they are still the Never Openweight six-man tag team champions. So yeah, let's talk about the actual show. And we kicked things off with the Never Openweight Championship match. It was the champion Kota Ibushi taking on Will Ospreay. Fucking loved this opener so much. Like, these two guys, honestly, they put on an incredible show. The moves that were hitting on each other were just fantastic, in my opinion. Like Ospreay kicking Ibushi mid moonsault and all that stuff. And there was a great move where like Kota Ibushi rolled up Ospreay and then like gave him some sort of a slam. Which was really good, and they had a great sequence as well. And they were really like, and one thing I loved as well is that Will Ospreay was very vicious in this match. Like, he was how he won this match was like, I think it was like a forearm or an elbow to the back of Kota Ibushi's head, and hit him with a Stormbreaker for Ospreay to win the Never Openweight Championship. Like, yeah, it was just a vicious opener. I think Kota Ibushi has a concussion. I hope not. But that's from what I heard. It's nothing too serious, thankfully. But yeah, it looked like Kota Ibushi got really fucking hurt during the end of that match. So but yeah, they just had a great not main event. It was the opening match, for fuck's sake. But had a great opening contest, and Will Ospreay is never openweight champion. I think he's going to have a big year in 2019 if the Elite, which it looks like the Elite are leaving New Japan. That gives so much more room to a lot of talent, and I think Will Ospreay is going to be one of those guys that's really going to thrive now that the Elite's gone, and there's some more talent to rise up. So yeah, Will Ospreay, really excited to see what he's going to do in 2019 now that he's never openweight champion. Afterwards, we get to our next match, which was the three-way tag team match for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles. It was Suzuki-Guns, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and El Desperado defending against Roppongi 3K and LIJ's Bushi and Shingo Takagi. And yeah, I liked this match quite a bit. It was very quick, very fast-paced, and Bushi and Shingo Takagi ended up winning this match, which I'm more than fine with. These guys, Shingo Takagi, I'm not exactly familiar with. Since he's only been in New Japan now for a couple of months. And as for Bushi, He's a very underrated junior heavyweight, in my opinion. I feel like that he's got a lot of ability with him, and now that they're junior heavyweight tag team champions, I reckon they're going to have a great year ahead of them and have some great matches with a lot of teams. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what happens with LIJ going forward, this tandem of LIJ. So yeah, fun short match. This was actually the shortest match of the night. It was only like 7 minutes long. So yeah, LIJ with the win on that one. And then we get to the British Heavyweight Championship match. Tomohiro Ishii defending against Zack Sabre Jr. Really enjoyed this match as well. I wanted this to be very hard hitting, and it definitely was. There was a spot where I think Ishii went for like a superplex from the top, and then like Zack Sabre Jr. ended up turning it into like some sort of like a hold, which he's so good at. Like Zack Sabre Jr., the thing that I love about him so much is that he can just twist his body in crazy ways to make people tap out. And that's what he did to beat Tomohiro Ishii to make him tap out. He just wrapped his entire body around his arms to become the British heavyweight champion. Like Zack Sabre Jr. is definitely one of the most interesting wrestlers in New Japan right now, and to see him win the British heavyweight title was a great move in my opinion. And yeah, no complaints about that. Tomohiro Ishii is also an incredible wrestler. These two guys just had a great showing. Really enjoyed it. Afterwards was the IWGP Tag Team Championship match. It was a three-way match as well. The Gorillas of Destiny putting their belts on the line against the Young Bucks and LIJ, Sonata, and Evil. Another similar to the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match. It was very quick, very fast-paced, but also a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm loving Tama Tonga's new persona. He's trying to act more of like a good guy by like even during the match, he was helping Sonata get to the ropes when he was locked into a submission. Like it was fucking great, man. And Matt Jackson once again took just a crazy back body drop on the ramp at the Tokyo Dome, and there was this spot even where just everyone was doing like outside dives in the span of like 30 seconds. And this match was won by Sonata and Evil after Tonga stopped the Indie Taker by the Young Bucks. So Evil and Sonata hit the Magic Killer on him, and then Sonata hit a good moonsault to win the tag team titles. So yeah, Sonata and Evil are a great team. They work very well together, and same with these two other teams as well. And this looks like it's probably going to be the last match the Young Bucks have in the Tokyo Dome, since All Elite Wrestling is now is going to be up and running soon. I think it's going to be a while until we get an actual show out of them, but yeah, just a young. It's interesting to see where the Elite are going, if they are going to stay with New Japan for a little bit, because on the New Year's Dash show they were not on it at all. Like Marty Scurll wasn't on it, Hangman Page wasn't on it. Oh yeah, Yujiro Takahashi was on it, and Chase Owens, and then they ended up joining the Bullet Club full time. Now they're not a part of the Elite, but yeah, it's a lot. So many interesting things. 2019 is going to be like an interesting year for New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's now that the Elite are starting to leave to do their own promotion, do their own things. So yeah, happy for LIJ to pick up the win again now that they both own the tag team titles from the junior and the heavyweight division. Then we get to the IWGP United States Championship match. It was Cody versus Juice Robinson, and this match was okay, but I definitely felt like this was the weakest match on the show, which is saying a lot considering this match wasn't even that bad, but it was not as good as the other matches we had seen that night. But they did some things that were pretty neat, like Brandy putting herself over Cody before Juice can hit that elbow drop. Like Brandy was constantly teasing Juice to hit her so that Cody can get that DQ victory, which yeah, like we all need a woman like Brandy Rhodes in our life who is willing to take an elbow drop for her man. Like that is wife material right there. That's a keeper for sure. But Brady even hit a spear on Juice Robinson, which is just crazy. Like I was thinking through the match, how's Cody not been disqualified yet? But Juice Robinson ended up getting the win after hitting 2 big left hands of God and 2 pulp frictions to win back the United States Championship, which I'm very happy for. I really love Juice Robinson. I feel like he's so charismatic, and he reminds me a little bit of Dusty Rhodes. You know, he's just like a fun guy to watch, and you can tell he just enjoys himself in that ring. And it's hard to really boo a guy like Juice Robinson, who just seems so happy to be there and just, you know, just putting his all into every match. Like it's really awesome to see. So I'm so glad that Juice Robinson ended up getting the win there. Then we get to the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. It is the Time Splitter Kushida, which came out to a really weird entrance. Like they had some kid dressed up as Kushida, even wearing a mask that looks scarily like Kushida. And when I mean scary looking, like fuck, it was haunting my nightmares that night. Let's just say that. But it was so weird how lifelike it was. Like fucking technology's gone too far. But we had Taguchi dress up as the Doc from Back to the Future, and the kid went through all the smoke and stuff and turned into the modern day Kushida. And yeah, I fucking enjoyed this match as well. There was a really cool moment. I'm looking at the skiff here where Taiji Ishimori went for like a, not a code breaker, but like a 2 knees to the face. And Kushida reversed that, put his knees on the referee, and the referee was holding his legs. And then he spun and just kicked him right in the face, which I thought was a very innovative move. But Ishimori, unfortunately for Kushida, hit the bloody cross and won the junior heavyweight title. So just about every title match, every title changed hands on this show continue up to this point. And yeah, it would be a continuing theme throughout the night when we get to the 2 final championship bouts. But after that really good junior heavyweight title match, we get to the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada versus Jay White. It is Okada's revenge match after Jay White and Goto turning his back on him and just putting him through all this hell. And which, don't get me wrong, the match was great. I really enjoyed it. They told a good story throughout. But hands down, the best moment of this match wasn't even in the match. Okada wears biker shorts again. Just the pop he got when he revealed he was wearing biker shorts again instead of those ridiculous disco pants he wore throughout 2018 was just fantastic. Like, I never really liked the disco pants. I much preferred, you know, when he wore the short pants and all that. So, like, even though it's such a small, minuscule thing, I'm glad he did return it, and hopefully he wears it throughout 2019 and doesn't go back to the disco pants at all. But yeah, he came back as full-on Rainmaker mode now. Like, not the crazy redheaded balloon smashing guy that he was throughout the second half of 2018. It seems like he's gone back to being the Rainmaker. Like at New Year's Dash, he even came out to his old theme song, which I'm so glad he did because I love that theme song, man. But yeah, these guys just fucking killed it out there. Goto was doing everything he can to help Jay White win the match. They had a great little reversal spot there where they were trying to get out of each other's moves, which was great. But for some fucking reason, Jay White ends up winning this match, which I was really shocked that they gave the win to Jay White. Like, he beat Okada in Rainmaker mode. Rainmaker Okada, not crazy balloon smashing Okada. Like, to me personally, I'm like, whoa, that's a bit insane. Like, you'd have to think, like, I remember thinking they're going to put the belt on Jay White this year for sure. And long and behold, at New Year's Dash, he definitely did show up. But I'll talk about that after the main event match. But We get to our semi-main event. It was a no DQ match for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Chris Jericho, creepy Alice Cooper, Clockwork Orange, cool dad Chris Jericho. Man, his outfit is just wild. It's just wild. Versus Tetsuya Naito, and holy shit, this match was crazy. My God, we have to talk about the spot where Chris Jericho, when they were fighting on the announce table. And by the way, the announce tables in New Japan are very different to in WWE, where it's just a normal solid table. It's not like this big contraption. Like, it's not really a contraption, but this big setup thing like in WWE. No, and it's because what Jericho does, he spike DDTs him smack on the table. Like, Naito lands square on his head and falls off the chair. It was, but there's your spot of the night winner right there. Just Jesus Christ, man. And yeah, after he did that, Jericho got the ring bell and hit it as well. He's like, yeah, I'm the winner. I mean, after that, you'd want to win after that. But yeah, there were a few weapons involved in there, like kendo sticks and the chairs and all that stuff. Like Naito even swung the kendo stick like a baseball bat at one point. Like he even hit a DDT on the chairs. And Jericho ran at Naito with the Intercontinental title, and he gets rammed into the exposed turnbuckle. And then Naito hits Jericho with the IC title, which he has no problem doing because Tetsuya Naito doesn't give a shit about that IC title. He has a very lengthy history with it. Has something to do with the Intercontinental title match at Wrestle Kingdom 8, getting the main event spot instead of his match with Okada for the heavyweight belt back in 2014, which is just the storytelling in New Japan is so good. And he throws the belt away and beats Chris Jericho in a very brutal but very, very good match. Yeah, Tetsuya Naito is just the fucking man. He's just one of the coolest guys in wrestling at the moment. And as for what happened at New Year's Dash, basically he's feuding with Suzuki-Gun again and will be putting the belt on the line against Taichi, which I don't like Taichi. He shits me off. Which I guess he's doing his job since he's a heel, but fuck, I don't like him. Like, if he beats Naito for the IC title, the heat that man will get is going to be off the chain, which is good since he's a heel, but fuck, I really don't want to see Taichi win the IC title. I mean, they could even have a really good match and play off the fact that Taichi isn't that well loved by the fans, and compared to Naito is one of the most loved people in NJPW. Even though he's kind of a heel. But yeah, Tetsuya Naito is just the man. And, props to Chris Jericho as well. Just when you think, oh, he's too old, he can't do it, he's run down, he always proves people wrong, which is why Chris Jericho is he's just one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, man, because he knows he can prove people wrong, and just striking when the iron is hot. Like, Jericho's the fucking man. I'm not sure if he's going to do anything else with New Japan. This might be it. His thing is like, oh yeah, I did my year with New Japan. Now I'm done and probably do other things. Tour with Fozzy again, or hell, maybe come back to WWE. I'm sure WWE will have no problem with him coming back. But yeah, a fucking awesome IC title match. I really, really loved it. And then we get to the main event between Kenny Omega and Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace. This match was fucking excellent. Absolutely excellent. This was a 40-minute match, approximately 40 minutes. And it was just an awesome showing between two of the best wrestlers in the world, man. And just that clash of styles between the old side of New Japan and the new in Kenny Omega. And it's just Kenny even came out with a new theme song and all that stuff to really show that, yeah, I'm the new guy around here. And you could just Tanahashi is just the legit anger towards Kenny Omega because he feels like Kenny Omega is trying to change it in his image when Tanahashi feels like, no, New Japan's fine the way it is. Like, he slaps the fucking shit because Omega tried to like slightly slap Tanahashi, and Tanahashi's like, really, bitch, and fucking slaps him across the face. It was great. Like, Omega even does a body slam. He body slams Tanahashi on the announce table and hits a moonsault off the railing, which, by the way, they're not the stable railings you see in WWE. They're like basic fucking railings you see at any other fucking show. So doing a moonsault off that was pretty crazy. And he does his crazy outside dive that he always does, and both men copied on the entranceway as well. And what Tanahashi does, I love his dragon screws. They're just so good at just twisting someone's leg, and he completely twisted Kenny's leg on that one while he was on the middle rope, I think. And Tanahashi, the savage that he is, hits a Styles Clash on Omega, which could be a callback to 2 years ago when Omega kicked out AJ Styles out of the Bullet Club. And Kenny does probably the best block of a high fly flow I've seen, because Tanahashi full on landed on Omega's knees. Like, you could hear the impact. It was fucking hard to watch. I'm surprised he didn't get any cracked ribs from him and shit like that. Kenny Omega, I think went for a high fly throw, a high fly. I can't even say a high fly throw. This is a tongue twister right there. High fly flow. There you go, Jack. You can speak words, mate. From the top rope to the outside went Tanahashi on the table. Tanahashi moves out of the way, and Omega just crashes through that table. And it's like not the really thin tables in WWE. It's full on, like, there's a bit of thickness in there, definitely. Then Omega hits another high fly flow, but Tanahashi kicks out. He hits a crazy V trigger on him. Goes to the one earring angel, but like he reversed it into a reverse Conrunner. And then he hits 2 high fly flows on him. Can't say it again. And Kenny kicked out of that after 2 of them. And then there was a full Nelson suplex at the top. Tanahashi goes for it one more time, and he finally knocks off Kenny Omega and becomes the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion for the 8th time. That would have to be a record, I think, for Hiroshi Tanahashi to do that. Just matches like this is just why I love wrestling. Like, 2 of the best wrestlers out there, just not just in New Japan Pro Wrestling, but in all of wrestling, in any company, whether it be WWE, Ring of Honor, AAA, CMLL, any company like that. Just the way this match came together of just the generational clash of styles, and you could definitely see that in that match. Like, Tanahashi, it felt like he went for a more like traditional New Japan style, while Kenny Omega went for more of the high spots and more of the crazy indie wrestling that you see now. And yeah, it was just a fantastic blend. And these 2 guys it was just a perfect match for these 2. Like, I wouldn't say it's a perfect match. There were a few things that probably could have been improved on, but yeah, it was just an excellent, excellent showing, and definitely a contender for match of the year, which has become a theme for Wrestle Kingdom, I guess. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen this match, please do yourselves a favor and go watch it. It's honestly fucking awesome. It's so good. It's like, matches like this are why I watch professional wrestling. It was just fucking great. And yeah, that's how we wrapped up the show. At New Year's Dash, the main event was Tanahashi Okada and the returning Yoshihashi against Jay White, Goto, and I think Bad Luck Fale. And yeah, Jay White ends up pinning Yoshihashi and holds the IWGP Heavyweight title up. So yeah, they're definitely pushing Jay White to face Tanahashi for the belt, probably at one of the New Beginning shows. And you know what? I think he's going to fucking win it. I think he's going to win the belt from Tanahashi and just take 2019 by storm. I think this year is going to be the year of the Switchblade. I definitely see it. I don't think he's going to hold it for a year like someone like Okada or any of Tanahashi's previous reigns. But he could drop it to maybe like Okada again or something like that. But yeah, it was a really good ending to New Year's Dash. Like we didn't really see any big surprises, but they definitely set up a lot of big matches along the way. Like even Yuji Nagata versus Tomohiro Ishii, which that match would fucking rule, and some of the tag title matches and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, I thought Wrestle Kingdom 13 was an excellent show. I already talked about my spot of the night, which was Jericho DDTing Naito on the table. How I'm going to rate this show, I feel like I ranked Wrestle Kingdom 12 a bit high with a 10. I feel like I should have given it a 9. And I actually thought this show was better than Wrestle Kingdom 12. So I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Personally, I know I gave Wrestle Kingdom 12 a 10, but honestly, I would have given that a 9 looking back. But yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 13 I thought was an excellent show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's not 5 hours, it's only a 4-hour show. And yeah, you won't be disappointed with the action. It was just great from top to bottom, especially the opening match and the main event, which is my match of the night, Omega and Tanahashi. And yeah, it's just going to wrap things up from me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to give this video a big, fat fucking like. Comment down below your opinions on Wrestle Kingdom 13. Did you enjoy the show? What was your favorite match? And if you watch New Year's Dash, are you excited for what New Japan's going to bring in 2019? I feel like it's going to be a big change for the company, and in a good way as well, because like they're expanding quite a bit. They're doing a lot of shows in the US this year. They're even doing a show in the UK. They haven't announced anything for Australia, unfortunately, because they did a show last year, which I wish they did a show this year, but we're going to have to wait and see if they announce anything, I guess. But yeah, and if you want to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Twitter and Instagram's at JackmanLove31 if you want to check me out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out in 3, 2, 1.